There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far as I can see. There is a light at the end of the road, and I know that it's meant for me. I hear the cannons raging on. The smell of powder fills the air. Smoke and fog hide the trees in the morning light. There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far as I can see. There is a light at the end of the road, and I know that it's meant for me. The fighting's gone 3 long days, spirits sinking low. So many men lie motionless. When it'll end, no one knows. There is a light at the end.
I've always wanted to be able to explain the effects of the war on me and to the others who were there. But it's not that easy. When war ends and you come home, the war comes with you. It comes in many forms: nightmares, night sweats, hypervigilance, flashbacks, and the list goes on. Memories that haunt you night and day. Nowadays it's called post-traumatic stress disorder, but it's had many names over the years. It's real, very real, and there's not a lot you can do about it.
Sometimes I feel like I just have to get away. So I come up here to the mountains, walk along the river, take in the beauty and the serenity of it. Helps soothe my soul, calms my PTSD. Some guys just try to fight their way through. Others just sit in the corner and hide. Far too many guys just can't take another day. So they end their lives feeling they can't take the pain of seeing their best buddy die again and again and again. One minute they're joking and laughing, and the next you're holding his lifeless body in a pool of blood-red mud in some God-forsaken jungle, wondering why you're alive and he's dead, why you survived and so many others didn't.
My husband was killed in Vietnam, but it took years for him to die. He didn't even know he was sick until it was too late. Then he found out that there were so many others like him who had been betrayed by their country and sprayed with a chemical that would rob them of their dignity.
Finally, it robbed them of their life, robbed their families of their loved ones.
Bodies riddled with cancer that finally killed them, but not before taking its own sweet time. It slowly and unmercifully ate away at them until there wasn't anything left. It was an agonizing death, and not just for the veterans, but for their family and friends too. It was a slow death with no honor, and again betrayed by the country that took far too long to recognize what they had done to their own soldiers.
This is the Vietnam Veteran Memorial in Sonora, California. It's one of hundreds, if not thousands, of Vietnam veteran memorials scattered across our nation. It speaks of the service and sacrifice of the men and women who served in Vietnam. For far too long we spoke little of our involvement in the war. It took time, but many years later we found the courage to speak up and to proudly proclaim that we were Vietnam veterans. We formed a bond, much like the bond we felt in the war, and as time passed we realized that what we had done was nothing more and nothing less than that which was asked of us. Years later, after much ridicule, we were called heroes. But we are not heroes.
We are simply ordinary men and women that served our country, that answered the call like our fathers before us. Like so many others, when I came home I found myself wandering. I had very few friends that understood, far more that didn't care. I wasn't called baby killer or spit on when I came home, but far too many were. Over the years I found others who, like myself, were wondering why the hell we fought a war that no one cared about.
I'd heard about the war on TV, but I never really thought about it. The war didn't hit home until Bobby didn't come back like he promised. So I joined the Army Nurses Corps, and all too soon I found myself on a plane headed for South Vietnam. It's been 50 years, but the memory of those boys is as fresh as if it were yesterday. We were thrown into a war to care for the sick and hold the hands of the dying. The endless sound of choppers landing with more dead and wounded continued night and day. I guess the drinking started when I was still in country, but when I got home, I still needed something to dull the pain and blur the faces of the dead that came back to me every night. Today, with the help of friends and my husband, I'm much better. But still, the sound of a chopper makes me look to the sky and pause and thank God I made it home. There were 8 nurses that didn't. They are always on my mind. And of course the memory of Bobby saying goodbye. And that last kiss at the train station when he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be back before you know it." Those words still ring in my ears. Goodbye, Bobby. I will always love you.
For many of us, as our hair grows thin and white and our once strong bodies grow weaker, we let our minds abandon the struggles. We seek out a life where we can live comfortably and calm and let the memories slowly fade away. There aren't as many flashbacks. Still, the sound of a chopper overhead makes us turn around, yet the memories are slowly fading.
It's a beautiful day, yet I can't stop thinking about Michael's last letter. It seemed dark.
Dark? I don't see how you get dark out of a letter from your son telling you how much he loves you.
It wasn't what he said, it was how he said it. He seemed sad, beaten. It just wasn't like him.
Ellen, I know you're frightened, but you have to understand, your little boy is more than a man now. He's a Marine.
I do understand that. But it isn't keeping me from being afraid.
Listen, when I joined the Marines during World War II, we were all scared, but we made it home.
Not all of you.
Hi, George. How you doing?
Oh, Frank, how are you?
Just fine, thank you. Someone left this on my porch and it's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Good afternoon.
What is it?
It's Michael. He's dead.
Mr. and Mrs. Williams, I deeply regret to inform you that your son, Lance Corporal Michael H. Williams, USMC, died June 14, 1965 in the vicinity of Tiger Tooth Mountain, north of Khe Sanh, Republic of South Vietnam. He sustained fragmentation wounds to the head and body from hostile mortar fire, while in an operation against hostile forces. Please accept, on behalf of the United States Marine Corps, our most sincere sympathy in your bereavement.
We survived a war in which so many of our brothers and sisters didn't. We weren't special, we were lucky. We were trained to fight, to kill, and survive. We weren't trained on how to return to the world. We are veterans, Vietnam veterans, and like our fathers before us, we are damn proud of our service to our country. Welcome home, and thank you for your service.
There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far as I can see. There is a light at the end of the road, and I know that it's meant for me. I hear the cannons raging on. The smell of powder fills the air. Smoke and fog hide the trees in the morning light. There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far as I can see. There is a light at the end of the road, and I know that it's meant for me. The fighting's gone 3 long days, spirits sinking low. So many men lie motionless. When it'll end, no one knows. There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far as I can see. There is a light at the end of the road, and I know that it's meant for me. Brother's gone ahead of me. Mother prays alone. Father tries to tend the fields, wondering if we're coming home. There is a light at the end of the road. It's as far And I